DJ Erica.
In other news, Killer Mike, basically, you guys know who Killer Mike is. He's an activist, he's a rapper in Atlanta, a very prominent guy. He's done a lot of stuff for the black community. I think he invested in the first black owned bank and stuff. Like, he did a lot of stuff to help a lot of people in Atlanta. And unfortunately, his barbershop that he's planning on opening basically will not be opening as scheduled, because these fools out in Atlanta is out here shooting up the place, shooting up the joint, acting like straight up. Okay, listen. Killer Mike went on the record, basically going on Instagram, telling everybody that they're gonna have to delay the grand opening of his brand new barbershop because there was a bunch of idiots out here, a bunch of guys out there shooting up the place, and they shot through one of his windows at his barbershop. And it's just embarrassing, really. It's just really embarrassing. Atlanta has become like the capitalist, because it became the capital of black entrepreneurship, black financial success, just black prosperity in general. If you're talking about being able to build, being able to start your own business, entrepreneurship, just anything that you could think of when it comes to black people prospering and being successful, I could say Atlanta has become that Wakanda, I could say, figuratively, for black people to really build. And, unfortunately with that, they're not, immune to dealing with the additional things that this happens so often in black culture, which is gang violence and shootings and all this other stuff that's going on. And the rate in which the shootings and violence have increased in the past couple of years in Atlanta has been astonishing. Okay, I mean, so much so that we've had rappers like T.I. come out basically upsetting other people by saying, don't come to Atlanta with your BS, keep that stuff over there where you came from, and negative things. And a lot of rappers and things of that nature has been coming out trying to call out people who's moved to Atlanta, that's been shooting it up, making it turn from a nice happy Wakanda place to the straight up hood. Black people out here being hood, and it's been people are shooting in places where people would view as a high class area. They just don't care. They're just shooting up the place, and nothing is really being done. It doesn't seem that way. And Killer Mike took to his Instagram and basically discussed it. And he did say that he's still going to open up the barbershop, and he denounced the people, basically saying that you guys shouldn't have did that. You guys are basically contributing to the problem, and luckily y'all didn't shoot each other. Y'all didn't have the aim to shoot each other, because that would have been two families would have lost, and them having to pay for funeral costs and everything else, just doing stupid stuff to help destroy what him and other people in Atlanta is trying to build up for black people. And it's just unfortunate, because this isn't just a problem that's in Atlanta. This is a worldwide, nationwide problem. And when it comes to black communities, like, we still have this gang culture and this gun violence that continue to go on over and over and over again. And it's like, when is it going to stop? It's only been going on for like the past 40 years. When is the black community, and black men in particularly, going to sit down and realize that you're really just destroying your own communities? And this is the reason why we really can't get ahead of life. We have a lot of other things that goes on around us, of course, but you would say that, because we're oppressed people, that we can't get to a certain area or reach a certain point of success because of that. But it's really, I really believe that it's more so us, just as people, dragging each other down, whether it's gun violence or whether it's just, verbally attacking each other, whether it's just hating each other, not supporting each other. It's so many different things that us as black people in general that we just do. And it doesn't matter if you're famous or not. We have people, on everyday life, everyday circumstances, black folks, where you be a person to say, yo, I just got the job, and I just got this job and got a promotion, and I'm the first black person to do this, and this, and your family members or your friends that you tell, they not happy about it. They've given you the side eye, like, girl, why are you trying to be successful? Like, or they just give you the grunt, like, oh. And the funny thing is, like, with me building my brand, I be catching on to that even more, like how many people actually be happy for me, and people that don't be happy for me. I can feel the energy at the end of the day. I can feel the shade, you know what I mean? And it's crazy that there's so many people, in particular, like when you're black and you're trying to build, that your own people don't want to see you be successful. Your own people say that they want to see you be successful, but their actions speak something so much louder, and so, it's so vivid, you know what I mean? To the point where they become envious, and they basically want to see you not win. They don't want to see you win. They don't want to see you be successful. In the words of DJ Khaled, you know, like he would always say, he said they don't, you know, they hate to see you win out here. And you know what I'm saying? And the goal out here in life is to win and be successful, you know, but it's a damn shame that you can't celebrate with your own people, your accomplishment and your success, because everybody is always trying to drag you down. Everybody's out here. A lot of people is out here player hating. You know what I'm saying? You know, nothing positive coming from the situation. You know what I mean? And it's just unfortunate that with people like Killer Mike and other entrepreneurs that's building up Atlanta and making it successful, there's still a bunch of ignorant N-words, okay? And I'm doing this PG a little bit on my podcast because YouTube be on the stuff, whatever. But I'll say it one time for the mind. Ignorant niggas, okay? That's it, okay? Running around here being stupid, shooting up places. That I heard about a little girl who got killed in Atlanta because of this ignorance that's going on in Atlanta. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, y'all, it's embarrassing. And it's like, it's hard for us to be able to get over and have respect or gain respect from other people when we don't respect each other in our own backyards, y'all. We don't respect each other enough to not kill each other. We don't respect each other enough to really honor and support each other when we're doing something and really mean it. It's embarrassing. That's what it is. And whoever did the shooting, they should be ashamed of themselves. You know, the same time that it takes for you to go and buy a gun and shoot up a place, you know, or to sell drugs or do stuff that's illegal, you can put that much money and time into building a business and creating something for your communities, so you don't basically have an imprint of, oh, rest in peace, Nuck Nuck, this and this, and you ain't leaving a real legacy behind for your people to be proud of. And, you know, something, you know, leave something for your children, you know, just something of substance. And there's just so many black people that do not do that. And it's embarrassing. It's sad. It really is sad that there's so many black folks out here that just don't get it and don't get that with every person that you harm and stuff like that, you're destroying yourselves. You get what I'm saying? And people feel like, oh, well, I just shot him, so it don't matter. But you're really destroying yourselves. And you're basically helping people that you say is oppressing you. You're actually helping to suppress yourself and making it so you guys can't reach the promised land, in the words of MLK. You know what I'm saying? In the words of MLK and Martin Luther King, you know, how are we gonna make it to the promised land, y'all? We ain't gonna make it to the promised land if we keep on out here shooting each other up and basically tearing each other down and being some haters. And it's crazy because I noticed that it's usually with my own people where I get the lack and less support, you know, whether it's, you know, in person, behind the scenes, whatever, friends, whatever, family, sometimes, you know, it's a sad thing when you can't really celebrate the success and the growth of your brand. You can't celebrate the success and the growth of your brand. Because there's so many people hating on you and basically not wanting you to see well, and it's your own people, you know. And I always say this thing to people, that how I run things is I don't announce, I just unveil. And the reason why I do that is because there's so many people that's praying against you being successful. There's so many people who do not want to see you do well. And it can, and particularly, I'm talking about for my black folks out there, we know what it's like to have our own people continually be on this crab in a barrel mentality, continually be unprofessional, continue to be nasty for no reason, continue to just really just push off a negative energy that's not needed to each other, instead of trying to unite and really build a bridge and gap between each other and support one another. And it's very, very hard to do that. And I know that there's people out here who's probably builders out there that's trying to create whatever you're trying to create, or if you're just a person who works and stuff like that and you're trying to do something in your community where you try to work with people and it's just, you know, it's just nasty attitude, everything else that goes around it. It's just, as black folks, you know, we really got to start doing better, you know. And me personally, I have given up on me expecting like my own people to unite with me, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about from the business perspective and from like just support perspective. I know that I have my black viewers and listeners and stuff like that. I'm not talking about y'all, but I'm talking about my own people who's in this same life as me in regards to coming in, doing media work, entrepreneurship and stuff like that. It's hard to really get that support and genuine support without people, you know, coming at you or being disingenuous or just flat out just being nasty for no reason. And that's not the type of person that I am, you know what I mean? But I'm learning, you know, and I never stop learning, and I'm evolving as a person, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, you guys, y'all tell me what y'all think is going to be needed for us as black people to really get over to the promised land and be successful and stop all the shooting and genocides and, you know, the broken homes, the broken families, and all the stuff that's really tearing black people down as a whole, the absentee fathers, all of this stuff that goes on, where we're not having no end goal in mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, it got to be something. It's something. This is something much bigger. We're in a totally different world now. We're in a pandemic. We got to start united. We got to start building. I always support my black people that's out there, you know, entrepreneurs, everything else. I'm the type of person who's going to support. Now, this is what I'm not going to support, though. Okay, y'all, this is something that bothered me, and I'm just going to call it for what it is. Please do not come on my page spamming my page. And this is what I'm going to explain to you guys with spamming. I don't view spamming when you put up a post and you tag me in it, and I personally know you. I'm going to approve it because that's support, right? That's support. And it doesn't matter who it is. You know, if you my friend and you got a business going on, I'm the type of person who's going to reshare that business. But if I absolutely do not know you, do not come on my page, my personal page, and start putting these posts under here talking about something. If you need graphics, if you need logos, if you need this, and this, holla at me. And I'm putting it under my post that I literally just put up. So you don't even know me. You haven't acknowledged me. You haven't even inboxed me and said, yo, sis, yo, what's good? Hey, how you doing? Is it okay that I could just go ahead and put this post under your post? You're just going to flat out do it. And that happened to me earlier today, and that bothered me. Okay, so I had to go ahead and you know, hit up the troll and be like, yo, man, the spammer, like, yo, this is not cool. Like, you build your own house, okay? I built my own house. Don't come breaking into my house trying to advertise your own shit. Build your own shit, okay? Because it takes a lot of time to do this. It takes a lot of time to create a podcast. It takes a lot of time to build a media brand. I got a website, djjericapod.com, where I'm breaking news. And it was one of those posts that I put up where I was breaking some news. And this person, instead of commenting on the subject and helping me move up the algorithm, you decide you want to promote your own shit. Promote that on your own page. I'm not coming on your page promoting nothing. You get what I'm saying? And that's not me saying, that's for people I don't know. But if I know you, tag me, I'll reshare it. Inbox to me, I'll reshare it on my page on my time. But what you not about to be doing is basically trying to steal my thunder and putting your stuff under my post. Like, that's so unprofessional. It's so messy, and it shows that you really don't know anything about business and marketing. You know what I'm saying? That's just a big no-no, ladies and gentlemen. I have to tell you. So it is what it is. And y'all, anybody that's out there who goes through that same thing, who basically has their own platform, have you guys dealt with that, where you have people spamming you and just feeling like they could just come on in and drop their links, talk about some cartoons, graphics? And those people spam all the time. Honestly, I feel like they're like aliens or something. I don't know what the hell they are, but it's like Instagram or Facebook, there's at least 5 different people that comes out talking about something. Do you want graphics? And the crazy thing is, all of the graphics look the same. It looks like some cheap airbrushed weird shit. I don't know, but don't post it on my page anymore, because you will get roasted, toasted, and then blocked. Okay, now let's move on to the next thing. It's time for us to get into, I think we should be talking about maybe some music. Okay, let's talk about the music segment of the podcast, y'all.